Welcome to Bar Fashion's YouTube channel. My name is Eunice. Thank you for clicking on this video. If this is your first time of stopping by my channel, please kindly hit on the subscribe button to subscribe and also put on the notification bell so that you get notified once I post a new video. And if you're already a subscriber, thank you so much for coming back. So today we're going to be learning how to make a mermaid skirt with tail. So this project is going to be really simple and beautiful. So basically, these are the measurements we need to achieve this mermaid skirt. First, I need to explain to us all my measurements are starting from the half length because I'm making this is actually going to be a mermaid skirt that will be attached to an upper bodice. So that's to say that it's going to be a gown. So the measurements that we need are the waist measurement, the hip measurement, shoulder to hip line, shoulder to knee line, and then floor length. So here I have the full length. The front length I want to have 63, while the back I want to have 68 inches. So remember I said it's going to have a tail. I will still maintain a lace edge and everything will come out really beautiful. So to get started, I'll go ahead and fold my fabric. But you need to determine the amount of fabric to fold. That's to know the width of the fabric you're folding. So this would depend on how wide you want your mermaid to be. So in this case, I want the down part of my mermaid. I'm working with 3 yards of lace here. So I want the down part of my mermaid to be 23 inches. So I'm going to go ahead and fold 23 inches. My fabric, and I have my width of 23 inches. You can see that that's on fold. So basically when we open, we're going to have about 46 inches, so which is full enough for me. Okay, so now I have my lines. I have this is my waistline or the waistline, hip line, then knee line, and then of course that's the full length. So here, this is what I did. I placed my tape from the half length of my client. Our half length is 16 inches. So you see, I placed my tape from minus 15 because half inch will be for joining the upper part. That's joining the skirt to the upper part. And then this is our hip line, 25 inches. And then here is the knee line. Remember that when I was talking about her measurement, I said her knee line is at 38 inches. You can see I marked on 36 inches. So at the knee point, you go up by 2 inches. You don't want to start your mermaid exactly on the knee. So you go up by 2 inches from the knee line. Then here, you can see I have my full length of 63 inches, which is for the front. So here on the waistline, I'll enter quarter of the waist measurement, which is 7.5 plus 2 inches for sewing allowance. Then on this part, on the hip line, I'll enter quarter of the hip measurement plus 2 inches for sewing allowance. So now what you have on the hip line determines what you will be using on the knee line. So whatever you have on your hip line minus 1.5 from it or 2 inches depending on how fitted you want that place to be. So in my case, I'll be subtracting 1.5. So I have 12.5. I'll subtract 1.5 from it, then I'll have 11 inches. So here is my 11 inches. I'll bring in my ruler and connect my points like this. And then I'll connect it this way. So that's that. So remember I opened up with a width of 23 inches. So from here I'm just going to slant it to this point like this. Yes, sir. So this is it. Sorry. So now next I'm going to do is to measure what I have here. So from the knee line here to this point, I have 28 inches. Can you see that? So 28 inches. I'm going to bring the same measurement to this side. Can you see? So you can see that this is a slanted line. You can see I have about 30.5 here. So, but there I have 28 inches. So this is to give it that balanced look. You don't want this place to be sticking out and not being balanced. So I'm going to mark 28 8 inches here, which is equal to what I have on the center front. So I'll go ahead and curve it to blend up into this line. So just use your curved ruler like this. So can you see? So this is what I have. So it has that balance look. That's that for the front. So on the waistline here at the upper part of this waistline, I'm going to come down here by 1 inch. This is for the waist sloper. You don't want your skirt to have smile lines around the hip area. So from the center front here on the waistline, come down by 1 inch. So I'm just going to curve it this way and finish it up here at the main measurement here. So you can see I didn't take it into the sewing allowance. So for this skirt, I won't be sewing that on the front part. That's why I didn't mention that. So if you want to have your that if you want to sew that to your skirt, all you need to do is to add your 1 inch, which is going to be for your that. And then of course, this is what your measurement will look like. I want my skirt to be that less. So now go ahead and blend up all these sharp points. You see? So you just want to blend it up because we don't have any sharp points on our body. So you just blend it up. So you can see that our front pattern is ready. So go ahead and cut it out. Come here at this part. You see? So this is my front skirt pattern. So I'll come here and just cut on the waistline. I won't be cutting the waist sloper yet. So I'm going to leave this until I've cut out the back first before I'll go ahead and cut out that part. Fabric now for the back. So remember that the front is 23 inches wide at the hem. For the back, I'll be making it 30 inches in all. So I'm going to fold over my 30 inches and show us what to do. My fabric already. I've placed the front piece on the back piece, and you'll notice that this is where the center front is starting from. I can see I have some space here. I have about I have about 6, almost 7 inches here at this point. Remember, I said I want to make the back 30 inches. Remember, the front was 23, so I have 7 inches here. So 7 plus 23, that's 30 inches. So that's it. And then you will notice that at the down part too, this part is longer. The back piece is also longer. And then the center back is more outward. I have excess there. This is because I want to have tail here at the back, and then I want to increase the length of the skirt. So first I'll go ahead and mark my zip allowance. This is the hip line here. I'm marking zip allowance of 1.5 inches. So here's my 1.5 inches, and then I'll bring the same 1.5 inches here. So having marked my 1.5 inches here at this point, then at the knee line here, I want to have that nice butt effect. I will come here at the knee line. I'll just mark ½ inch, which will be for joining the two sides together. So I'll come here, mark ½ inch, and then this is what I'm doing. Can you see? From the hip line now, I'll connect it down to the knee line like this. Can you see that? So having done that, now at the waistline, I'm going to be subtracting ½ inch from that 1.5 I have there. So this is what I'll be doing. Remember, I marked 1.5, so I'll go ahead and mark ½ inch. This is to eliminate zipper bulge at the back of our skirt, because our waist at the back is smaller than the front. You don't want this skirt to bulge. So can you see there's this nice smooth curve here that looks as if there's a hip here. So having done that now, from this knee line here now, I'm going to open up all the way down to the end of my satin fabric. Can you see? Just going to open it up. So you can see this is for me to have that tail effect at the back. Can you see that? So you can see I have just half inch here for joining. So this will give the butt that nice butt rise around there. So having done that now, I'll come here now. You can see that this is where the front length stops. So it must match up because we're going to join them together at the side here. So all I need to do now is to come here at this side and then mark like this. Can use your ruler and do this. So I'll connect it to that point. So can you see? This is the tail face. You can see that they are matching up here at the sides. They are equal. So, but the center back is longer. But I don't want to have this straight look at the back. I want it to have that fullness around there. So what I'll be doing, I'm going to get my hip curve. So can you see? I'm just going to use the hip curve to give it that nice blend. You see? So you can see. So if you prefer to have this straight look, fine. But I just want that nice fullness at the back. And then you can see that I'm just extending my back by 5 inches. We don't want to do too much. If you want yours to be longer than that, 10 inches, 20 inches, please feel free to increase it. But this is just the formula for doing that. So just half inch we have left. So, and we're going to be sewing, this is my lining of course, and we're going to be sewing our zipper. We have 1.5 here, we have 1 inch here, and we have half inch here. We're going to be sewing using half inch to turn our lining. So by the time we use half inch to turn our lining, we'll be left with 1 inch here, and here we'll be left with half inch, and then here we'll be left with nothing. So because we're going to be left with nothing, of course, to tighten the butt, you know that the butt is outward, and then the knee area that's at the back goes inward. So this is to give that nice bomb illusion at the back. So you don't need to add zip allowance here. If you're adding 1.5 here, it will give you that straight look around here, so it will not bring out the butt very well. I hope you understand. And then here I took away half inch from my zip allowance. So by the time we use half inch to turn our lining, we're going to be left with half inch. So to be able to fix our zipper on 1 inch, which is what we will have here, because by the time we turn here with half inch, we'll be left with 1 inch. So we want to fix our zipper on 1 inch. So that means it will come into the actual measurement. So that way it will eliminate the zipper bulge. Okay, so for the back I will have that. So if you don't want to have that, just ignore that. But now for me, for the back, I want to have a dart at the back of my skirt. So I'm just going to come here and then mark my 1 inch, which is going to be for my dart. So you can see the 1 inch. I'll go ahead and connect it like this, and that's that. That's just that for the back. So I'll go ahead and cut out my pieces while we watch what I'm doing. Our back looks like, and see, so it will just give that nice fall at the back. So now we'll place our lace to cut out our lace fabric. So my lace, can you see? I've placed the back piece first. I decided to place the back piece since it is bigger. So I'm going to make sure to follow this shape. I'm just going to cut out exactly what I have here. I've cut out my lace, and this is for the back. Can you see? I cut out exactly what I have here. So this is actually my back length. But you will notice that my lace has this curve. Sorry, you will notice that the back piece has this curve around the side. You can see that this is the center back that is touching the floor. And this side, which is the side, of course, is not that long to touch the ground. But I still want to maintain the lace edge. You can see this is the scalloped part of my lace. So all I need to do now is to come here and measure here. What do I have here? I have 1 inch left, right? So I'll come to this side and then mark or I'll mark one, yes, 1.5 inches, because I need half inch to join them together. So now this is it here. That's my 1.5 inches here. Can you see that? Remember I said I have 1 inch here, but here I'm marking 1.5 inches here. We'll understand why I'm marking 1.5 inches. So I'll come here now and place my curved ruler like this. Let's use this side. Can you see that? So can you see this line I marked here now? I'll be cutting out this part now. Up to like here. You can see that it blends in here. So I'll come here now and do the same thing. I'll cut out this part. So you see, I'll be cutting out this side of my lace. You see that? Then I see I'll need to sew this back. So that's why I said I need 1.5 inches. So by the time I use half inch, that's join them together on quarter inch, I'll lose half inch. So can you see, let me place it this way. I'll lose half inch, so that will bring me back to the actual length that I want. Can you see? So you can see that the lace edge, it balances well now. We get it? So that's it. This is how you can achieve a mermaid effect and still have your lace mouth, everything looking all nice. So now I'll go ahead and place my lace to cut out my front piece. I've also placed my satin on my lace. I folded my lace, that's what I mean, for the front piece. Can you see that here too, at the side front here, I have that difference because this is curved, you don't expect it to, so you can see. So now the same thing I did for the back, that's exactly what I'll be doing for the front. I have the same 1 inch here, and you can see here that I have 2 inches. So basically it is half inch I'll be removing from here, so that when I join it back it will give me my 1 inch. So I'll mark 1.5 inches from the hem here. Can you see that? And then I'll just curve it like this up to this point. So I'll be cutting this part out. So can you see? So once you remove this, and you see that we are able to maintain that balanced edge. You get that? So by the time I join them together, of course, it will take out that difference. So go ahead and cut out the front. And see my lace. So now, next is to cut out the waist sloper. So we're just going to trim out the waist sloper now. So now we have our front piece and still maintaining our lace edge. We have the nice full mermaid. The lace edge is there and it's balanced. So also we have for our back piece. So we have come to the end of this video. I hope you learned something from this video. If you did, please give me a thumbs up. Share this video with your friends. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Thank you so much for watching. See you in my next video. Bye.